What are games you're working on right now, Porter? I'm primarily doing, well, this, and Bloodborne, and Darkest Dungeon, I think? And Hollow Knight, of course, whenever I can muster up the mental energy to play it. Probably didn't give it enough of a chance. I'll definitely give you tips on how to make, like, once you get the early stuff done, you can, like, sleep through the later years entirely, which is nice, considering it's just, after a certain point, it just, there's not really any point in doing the game properly anymore. Maybe that sounds bad, but... Assassin's Creed Liberation. Right. Witcher 3. Last of Us 2. Okay, okay. And you've returned to Bloodborne after a year. Nice. I just started Bloodborne in, like, March, I think? Yeah, I started it for my 6-month affiliate anniversary, because I just wanted to have a little celebration. I've made good progress. Well, I've played it a lot. The Chalice dungeons definitely, like, soured a lot of the game for me, but it's fine. I'm done with them now. I wish they had some of the fun bosses like Lady Maria and Orphan. I enjoyed fighting those, even if Orphan kicked my ass. This is a lot of boys. I don't get this many boys chasing after me in real life. Now I'm wanting coffee. But I need to be careful because I'm almost out of coffee cream and I don't want to, like, use it all up for tomorrow. You got stuck on Vicar Amelia for 3 months during your first playthrough? I think Vicar Amelia... I got her, I think, on my 4th try? 4th or 5th, I don't quite recall. But I was lucky enough to get a visceral. You had a hard time getting into Dark Souls or Sekiro? Makes sense. Dark Souls plays very differently. I'd say out of all the games, Bloodborne has, like, the best feeling combat. And yes, I will definitely be playing Demon's Souls when it comes out. It's my favorite of the Soulsborne. So, it would be kind of weird if I didn't. And even still, I keep wondering, what will they change, what will they keep? Because Demon's Souls definitely had some weird ideas, but it's also, like, at the same time, it wouldn't be the same game without those. Things like world tendency. Also, just how insanely broken the game is. They're probably also going to fix things like the drop rate for Pure Bladestone, which is honestly good, because that was absurd in how small it was. My dude. The PS3 platinum for it? Yes, I did. Thank you. It was pretty damn hard. And honestly, it's impossible without a guide. You could probably feasibly do Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3 without a... or some of the Dark Souls games without a guide. Definitely not Demon Souls. You will not figure this stuff out. Just its weapon upgrade system alone is already convoluted enough that I had to look it up every time. But at the same time, if they change it, will it really still be Demon Souls? If they make it so that you can roll in the swamp of the Valley of Defilement, will it still be Demon Souls? These questions plague my sleep. Not actually, I'm just being dramatic. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the remake. Even if they do change things, I'm interested in seeing what they change. How do you feel about using trophy guides in general? Seems controversial. Is it? I had no idea it was controversial. I use them all the time. Some games I'll play a ton of it blind. Other games I'll use a guide from the start. It depends on if I know if I want to replay the game, like in New Game Plus or in general, or how difficult it will be. Like, Demon Souls it's the easiest one of the games to mess up. One small mistake and you have to go into New Game Plus now. So it's like, if you don't use a guide, you're kind of... What if they fix the fundamental brokenness of the game? I mean, that's up to them. I'd like to see what they do. Like, a balanced Demon Souls is that's just an oxymoron. But yeah, I had no idea people were against using guides. I can see people being against using exploits or cheats, for sure. I say it's up to the individual. I try to avoid using glitches, if I can. With BioShock, though, I had to use a glitch to fix a glitch. Oh, hi, Serp. I didn't even realize that was you. I'm sorry. It's hard to read usernames right now. Though the Apollo Hyper should have given it away. Right. Hello, Serp. How are you? Hello, dear. To a single Apollo Hyper or an Apollo Angie. You do both quite frequently. I mean, are you saying that I'm wrong? You just woke up. I'm not surprised. With 200 IQ or 2 IQ, it's such a mixed bag. Oh, I don't use Reddit at all. As far as I'm concerned, people can do whatever they want to earn their trophies. It doesn't affect me at all. they want to use cheats and exploits, I don't really care. Because I'll still know that I did it legitimately, or I had to use a glitch or something. Like with Bioshock. Because Bioshock on the PS4 has a certain glitch where if you go through a loading screen, sometimes it'll change the difficulty you're on to one that's lower. So like if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, it might sometimes randomly change you down to hard or normal difficulty, which means that it takes you out of the difficulty trophies for that game. And it's not your own doing, it's just a glitch that happens. So the way I fixed that is by fixing the game difficulty every chance I got, every time I noticed it went down. And then you use a glitch at the very last boss with the right timing, and you change it to the right difficulty, and it'll trick the game into thinking you played the whole game on that difficulty. So I had to use a glitch to fix the glitched game. It was a fun time. But some people might be like, okay, just play the whole game on easy and then use the glitch at the end. And I'm like, okay, I don't really care. Imagine getting mad over guides. Yeah, that's like, why? That's the most innocuous thing, is using a guide. And I'm like, okay, so you guys never looked anything up in a game to get your platinum trophies. You just completely figured everything out your whole life, never once needed a walkthrough or to consult other people on Reddit for advice. Never, ever, ever. These people are fascinating. It's like, well, I still accomplished the trophies. But damn it, I didn't get to the power up in time. Like for me, I used a walkthrough for Dark Souls 1, 2, and Demon Souls for my first playthroughs. So like, I can see how they'd be mad about that, but like, I don't give a shit, it's not your trophy list. But then I played Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne basically blind. So it's like, I made up for it in the end, I guess. But yeah, Demon Souls, that game. Oh, I don't want to imagine the nightmare it would have been blind. But yeah, so depending on the game, if there's nothing missable in the game, like there's a chapter select or something, I'll usually just play through it blind and enjoy myself. But if there's a lot of missables, I'll like keep track of those while trying to stay as blind as I can. I don't know. Like, I think I got I got through, like, well into year 3 of Stardew Valley before I started looking anything up. I was just enjoying myself and finding out what I could on my own. Mostly because by then I was like, what are these things I'm missing in my fishing notebook and in my artifacts? I don't know what I've missed. Or how to get the extra recipes. Things like that. But those guide elitists, just ignore them. Just let people enjoy games. They're probably the same people who are like, games should have no difficulty options, or like, there should never be any way to make the game easier for like younger people. Purists, I guess. It's like, why? Just let people enjoy games. I know a lot of people are not going to want to hunt trophies like I do. You had to lower the difficulty in The Last of Us 1 and you're not ashamed? Don't be. There's no reason to be. Okay. Like, Devil May Cry 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. I can't beat it on normal difficulty. I'm just bad at it. I can't do it. But I still enjoy the game and enjoy playing through it. I had to play through The Last of Us 1 on normal difficulty, and I had to, you know, keep going up each step at a time until I worked my way up to grounded. And now I hate myself and have a taste for pain, so I can't play anything else. Or else it's, you know, too easy. Brains are weird. I wish I understand why mine has always longed for completion. Like, even when I was a little kid and, like, playing Ocarina of Time, my brain would always want to, like, get all the heart pieces, but I was not very good at the game and couldn't figure out how. And you've never played The Last of Us 1. When I do, what insta-death difficulty should I go for? Grounded. You won't insta-die, but basically you'll insta-die. It's close enough to insta-death. Okay. Oh my god. Alright, I'm not gonna say anything. gonna say anything. I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I wanted to say I'm going into the final boss deathless, and I didn't want to jinx it because I was like, I have an item. I'm going into the final boss without any deaths. If I just play this right, I should get it. Oh God. My heart is racing so hard. Oh my God.